sorry.
I don't have to go in.
Sorry, sir.
Analgesic, but anything above 100 milligrams is not allowed. And that's why we're handing over this to NDLA in the spirit of the departmental relationship.
Sir, face or sir?
Yeah, as you all know, in the spirit of interdepartmental relationship or synergy, we're handing this total number of tramadols, worth about 3.5 billion naira gifting value, to NDLA for further investigation and action.
Thank you, sir.
The item that was intercepted is suspected to be tramadol. Usually we have a synergy with NDLE concerning illicit drugs. Due to our constant surveillance, on this day, we observed this item coming from India and Pakistan. And quickly, we put them under hold. On further examination, we discover it to be tramadol of 225 milligrams. And as you all know, 225 milligrams is not allowable. So automatically, we have to put it under, we have to seize them. Tramadol in itself is not a contraband if the allowed threshold is allowed in. The allowed threshold are within 50 milligrams and 100 milligrams. But this particular tramadols falls within 20, 225, and 250, thereby putting it under those that have to be seized. Like I told you, importation of tramadol in itself is not contraband. The tramadol that is not allowable are those of 225 milligrams and above because of the affected effect that they have on the individuals. For one, you can see this dose is not good for our health and the social vices that it may pose. Of course, one will not isolate these issues of banditry, kidnapping with the use of drugs. A person under his normal senses will not go killing, shooting, if not with the influence of all these hard drugs. So, as a result, the federal government found it deemed it necessary to ban tramadol of this dose. So importation of this tramadol definitely is not allowable. So to this effect, we have Nigerian Customs Service and NDLA over the time have a synergy. And as a result of this synergy, we've been able to unravel these packages of tramadol. So, and that's why I'm showing this tramadol to you now. We've been able to unravel this tramadol, this package of tramadol. You can see the quantity. The quantity is so large that it's about over 3.5 billion, whopping sum of money, DPV value in the street. So if this tramadol is allowed to go into the public, you can imagine the effects it will have on the public. I hope that subsequently, those who are involved in this kind of act should desist. They shouldn't make our country a dumping ground for these illicit drugs. For us, Nigerian Customs Service and NDLA and other stakeholders will make sure that we do everything possible to nip them at the bud to make sure that we put to a barest minimum incidence of drugs in this country. Thank you.
Sir, you were saying something about the GDP value?
About 3.5 billion.
What's
That,
the country of origin?
mostly from Bangladesh, Pakistan, and India. Usually we have a synergy with NDLE. Usually goods coming from such countries, we always make sure that we do thorough examination. So as soon as they came, having gone through their country of origin, we suspected that this is what they were carrying. And immediately when we got that, the role is for us, like I told you, for most consignments at the port, because of the fast natures in which they are cleared, they don't take so much days. But these consignments were kept for about a week. As soon as, of course, we had this intelligence, we were kept on under watch. And within the period in question, since they didn't come, we opened and we discovered these are tramadol. And immediately keeping them there for too long will be counterproductive. So we have to move them. And as you can see, we have so many of them here, to the tune of about 3.5 billion. So these we're going to continue doing. We're trying to advise the public that they shouldn't take undue advantage of the fact that these things are coming in. We're going to nab those who are involved in the board. Customs and NDLA and other agencies are working diligently to make sure that we nip these things at the board. Yeah, the periodic review from January to October. My command is saddled with the responsibility of collecting revenue, fine. Every month my targets are 8.1 billion, and as I speak with you now, we have generated about 74 billion, and 74 billion, that's we have made about 74% of our net target for the year. When compared to what we had last year, I think we've generated about 26% more than what we had last year. So going into the end of the year, hopefully, well, with the lower volume of goods, we are doing everything possible to make sure that at least we still make up. But the volume is low, but we are making sure that areas there are leakages are trying to be blocked. So we are giving the government the assurance that yes, we do everything at least humanly possible to make sure that at least we get that revenue.
I'm here to take over this consignment of tramadol from the Customs Command. This is something we do from time to time. Have we realized that we have stock of them in a custom warehouse. The synergy is robust over the years. We have had many times we've done things like this together, and we'll continue to do this with time. You know, the customs are in charge of the warehouse. We do joint examinations together in examination bay. So when such are spotted, they will evacuate to their warehouse, then we'll take over subsequently. And like you know, we already have information on some of these drugs. Once we take them into custody, we'll develop our leads. We'll get across to whoever is behind this importation.
Are you satisfied with the synergy with the customs?
Yeah, the synergy is robust over time. We'll be doing handing over and taking over, and we'll progress from there. You know, it's left for us to now exploit whatever you have to get down to whoever is behind the shipment. You will not know, because this is what we are here for. This is what we are here for. We are here to take over tramadol. When we have contraband from our other positions, we hand over to customs over the years. Like contraband that is smuggled goods, we hand over to customs. And whether you have it coming from customs or from us to customs, it's not for you to determine, it's not for you to run a program, but synergy is always there. We've also had costs to transfer things to police. We've had costs to transfer things to the army. We've had costs to transfer things to other sister agencies. Whether it's now they are transferring to us doesn't really matter. You understand?
Even in terms of intelligence sharing.
Intelligence sharing, yes. And over the years also, when we have a thing of this nature, we share intelligence with them, we monitor it together, and when the arrest is done, eventually we come here and they will take over. So